Congresswoman Bachmann, I asked Rick Santorum something similar to this. He's kind of staking out the social conservative side of things. I think he wants to win Iowa, and we've all heard that that Governor Romney is kind of de-emphasizing that. I'm just wondering, given that the president was elected really getting the independent vote, is it possible to, are you going to tack a little bit away from social conservatives and focus on fiscal issues, or do you think a social conservative is still electable in the United States?
Well, I've actually proved to be a very unifying candidate in the states that I have been campaigning in. It's because I am reaching out to disaffected Democrats. I was a Democrat until I was in college. I've been reaching out to independents, to libertarians, and really to people who aren't political at all, because people just want the economy to turn around. I'm a former federal tax lawyer. I sit on Financial Services Committee, and primarily my work in Washington, D.C. has been about job growth, job creation, turning the economy around, and fighting against Dodd-Frank. I introduced the bill to repeal Dodd-Frank. I've introduced the bill to repeal Obamacare. These are measures that are hurting job growth and job creation and creating uncertainty in the marketplace. But I think, frankly, we need a very broad tent. We need national security conservatives. I'm one of those. We need fiscal conservatives. I'm one of those. We need social conservatives.
But it's not going to be it's not going to be a gay marriage election. I've actually had people come to me.
This election is about jobs and the economy.
Okay.
Clearly.
I mean, I've had people at say that Carl and I went to Colorado, and they say there's young people in Colorado that very few, this is just an anecdotal story, but that are not on college campuses supporting the re-election of the president, but they have no interest in an axe to grind with homosexuals or with any of these social issues that seem to get the Republican Party. It's almost like analogous to the far left that drags the Democratic Party the wrong direction to win a general election. So there's not going to be any of that in your campaign.
Well, I think what you're going to see again is the three-legged stool concept. There are people who are very concerned about national security, fiscal conservatives, and social conservatives, and Tea Partiers. But I think that the overwhelming umbrella, where there's 70% level of agreement on the issues, is the fact that we have to turn the economy around, that we have to have an emphasis on fiscal issues. That doesn't mean that we kick to the curb our concerns about national security or about social policy as well. It doesn't mean that, but I think overwhelmingly there's no question. In looking at these jobs numbers today, this is the #1 issue that people are interested in, turning around the economy, having a job, which is 180 degrees different from the president's spin people this morning who are saying, oh, the American people don't care about jobs. You bet they care about jobs. When I'm all across America, that's what they're talking about. That's what this election will turn on.